Well, to be honest, I don't actually know that much about what they actually are used for, the end result. So in that sense, it's hard to talk about what they are because I actually don't really know much about what they are. At least that's what they told me. In a cardboard box, we buy from a cardboard box distributor, and then they're put in a larger cardboard box, packed with tape, and then shipped.
You never see the address where it's headed?
That's filled out by another associate. I have a knack for it.
Yeah.
I learned really quickly. I think I had a lot of other skills, you know. Is it our company policy? No, I wouldn't say it's our company policy to keep people separate. It's the discs are made out of glass, and it's a good glass. It's a generally multi-use glass. You know, it can be used for other processes. We like to use it for our process. What makes it nice is that it's quite soft. It's resilient. You know, relatively inexpensive to manufacture, so it's a good glass. The rods are actually a special kind of rod that we like to use. It's an iron rod that you can actually scrape the glass off the rod instead of having to let the rod cool and crack off the rod. It takes a little skill to get this rod off, get the glass off the rod. It's an unusual muscle that you actually have to develop. I usually, you know, whoever happens to be doing that job, it's usually myself. I have them do a little calisthenics, loosen up that muscle a bit, and gather the glass up, pour it into the mold, and have it snipped by the snipper. And we use this pretty standard snip shear, 3 3/4 snip shear, I believe, hardened edge with a what's called a scalloped interior metal. Not many people know about that, but we like to have it scalloped. Or shallot also. But glass is then fire polished for the snip mark, then taken from the snipping area into the press mold area. It's initially pressed, secondary press, and then often a triary press or third press, and then placed into the punching press, which punches the hole, which is actually quite a fascinating technique, which we invented ourselves through a lot of development with the help of a small group of engineers in Indiana. They told us it was possible. We didn't think so. We developed a program. We had some yoga teachers come. They helped us a bit, keep us limber, and we eventually developed this really impressive technique of punching the pip through the glass into the bucket, and then we had the hole in the finished product. Pretty amazing, very clean, demanding, you know, on the operator, but end result is really beautiful, as you can see. And then it's picked up and cleaned, well, torched in the beginning initially with the oxypropane torch. Definitely a high temperature torch, and the Ranger torch, if you're wondering. And then it's flipped over, held on the handle, torched once again to remove any chill marks, any markings, and then placed away in the annealer to cool overnight at approximately 905 degrees. The shuffle stick, the shuffle paddle or shuffle transfer paddle, also an interesting invention that we came up with. It's a standard wood paddle wrapped in a insulative fabric, and then once again wrapped in an a carbon fabric as well, which adds a nice slide ability to it. The disc will just slide naturally off the paddle. The long handle will keep the operator from getting burnt.
Are these good specimens or are these garbage?
pile did these come from? Talk
There's
of these getting
discs out
shipped
there.
out and
There's
melted
discs
into
out there.
make a giant disc.
Do other,
But
things,
it's
you know.
so improbable. Just the fact, like, who can make that size disc with these little discs, and why remelt them? I don't know. Never been told specifically. But I heard on the internet that they're using them for these illegal rat fight games, but it was had to do with hockey. These are like pucks, or actually, if you buy into the game, you can throw these at the rats.
Have you been burned?
Not yet, no.
No.
Anders told me I was going to get burned. So far, nothing serious.
I believe what he said was someone will get burned.
No, he told
during
me
this-
I was going to get burned.
Oh, this is kind of a random thing. You don't work on this every day, or
We could. We certainly could, but we don't.
you don't. Hmm.
I don't know. They say that the end is soon, but then there's just always more. So I don't know. Take that. No, put
Yeah.
that down. Pick that back up and put that down. No. What? Put that down. Today we're making discs. I know that, and we made discs yesterday. You know, how many days have we made discs? A lot of days. You know, we make a bunch every day, times 100 or more. So. It looks really cool.
When I grow as tall as this board,
Yeah.
I don't want to live anymore.
Only 4 sides and 4 points.
Okay.
Good shit.
No, no, sorry. I'm gonna make this into a surfboard. My dad.
I feel okay on the outside. And the inside, I feel like some bad stuff going on, but that's okay. I'll recover from that. Discs. It's not affecting the discs, I don't think.
It's not supposed to overflow, right?
Chris, we're gonna need to use that. It looks pretty bad, actually.
Look, does it look bad?
Yeah,
I can't, I only have one hand.
No, you don't. You have two. You just got cut.
Focus on the focus.
I think of it as my second home. Actually, it is. It gives me a sense of belonging that I don't find other places, and I've got plenty of power. I know what's in there and what's in there, but the ones that have covers on them, I don't actually know what's inside. But I got my desk, a chair, I got light, I got ventilation, but other than that, I don't really. I got my company phone directory there. You know, I feel lucky to have this. It's a quiet, safe place to work. But